Oh, I don't like this. Use the hole. Good news and bad news, everybody. Actually, it's bad news. It's just bad news. I broke the game. Insert shot of me breaking the game. So what that means is, as of right now, I've seen ahead a little bit into the final chapter of the game. And basically I'm gonna have to start it over again. And hopefully everything will go all right. I mean, the good news for me is that I've already seen some stuff and I kind of know how it works. The bad news is that means you don't get to watch me scream as the game expects me to know that I need to shove a ham sandwich in my ass to move on. So, we're doing our final assault on...
This looks like the surface of the cerebral cortex. Magnified many times, of course. Interesting.
So, just to give you a look at my save files, this is 5 save files I've made since then, and I don't know if I'm capable of getting the best ending, because like I found out in the last episode, the moral barometer apparently goes to white. No idea why, but that might mean I'm completely locked out of the quote-unquote good ending. So, I don't know how you would have known this to start with, but Nimdoc is the one you want to start with. And I'll tell you why. Because
this computer terminal is a magnificent integration of biology and technology.
Because you want to use this terminal right here to do something that only Nimdoc can do. He's the only person who has the particular password to this. And I found out later that there's a random chance. There's a push random numbers option here for whatever character you choose. There's a slight chance that they will input the correct code. I don't know why that's a possibility. But what it wants is 1945, because Am and Nimdoc are like this.
Password valid. Accessing main menu.
My past must hold great significance to Am.
This is the only character who has this password. None of the other characters' years, not even Ellen's elevator incident will get you into this computer. It's very weird, and it again reinforces that idea that you have to save and retry a lot to actually have a good chance of getting anywhere in this game. And I don't know how much of this is valid, because I can't remember because it's been a few days, but we're going to go through all the options, because Extend Bridge is the one I want. And it's weird that he's the only one who can do this, but sorry, run the metaphor program.
This cyberspace template mixes subject history with cyber reality constructs. The result is often an allegorical experience, and one full of deeper meanings.
To me, that reinforces the idea that none of the people in Gorister's scenario were actually real. Like, they're all constructs.
File locked.
And I think all the rest of these are locked as well.
File locked.
It's just an insight into how Am works and how it decides it wants to create scenarios around them.
Subject Ellen appropriated at Inksci Engineering, New York, New York. Panic attacks can undermine everything she has accomplished by her rapid climb up the corporate ladder.
And this is just fun background on the characters.
Subject Benny appropriated at Chinese War Memorial, Washington, D.C. An intense drive to be the best earned him the reputation of being a merciless military commander. Subject Gorister appropriated at Ruth's Drive and Diner, Atlanta, Georgia. Feelings of guilt over his wife's death have incited numerous suicide attempts. Subject Nimdoc appropriated at the New Brazilian International Airport, New Brazil, South America. Prevented from continuing his outlawed research by a failing memory.
I love that they just fed into all the Nazis went into South America.
Subject Ted appropriated at the Epicurean Spa, Palm Springs, California. Exhibits paranoid tendencies despite wealth, good looks, and social connections.
All right, return to main menu. Is there anything else we can do? I think mail is locked as well.
October 21st, 2012. Researchers at MIT report that a stealth virus had purged their most advanced learning algorithms after dumping the data into an unmapped area of cyberspace.
Because cyberspace is mapped. All right, I think we can safely log off. And I'm going to go ahead and save now that we've gotten through that. So, and before we move on, I think we can take a tour of our new area. So, going clockwise, we first arrive at a...
It is hotter here than the jungles of Brazil.
It took me a while to figure out that each of these rooms corresponds to a particular person. These are large yellow electrified spikes. This is Ellen's room. Not that that matters. It doesn't matter what character does what, I don't think. But if you touch any of these things, you get injured. Which is apparently the point. You'd have to die on purpose in this level.
An angel? Such things don't exist. Perhaps it is a metaphor for something else.
And each of these characters has flavor text for every new room they enter. Hang on, before we go. Okay, that's the super ego. This becomes important later.
Ah, memories of mass graves are coming back to me.
Yep. This is clearly Nimdok's room, barbed wire, a bunch of skulls.
Why, I haven't seen gargoyles since I visited the castles in my homeland.
This one's for Ted, whatever the fuck his name is.
A ram's head. What must this represent to Am?
Ego? Ego, yes.
This looks like a research station.
This one's for Gorister. I've actually only done this one with Gorister, so I don't know how anybody else reacts to what's actually here. We'll get to that soon, too.
What is that piece of equipment over there?
This one is Benny's. I don't know why, because I never saw a hologram projector in Benny's scenario. I don't know why this one's his.
That face. It reminds me of my superiors at the research camp.
Yeah, research camp. That's what we're going to call it. And now we're back where we started. So let's move on and learn some new things, shall we?
The smell of burning flesh. It's worse than back at the camps.
I'm gonna walk up as close as we can. Now, it's interesting that I can't leave as Nimdok and then come back as Ted, because Nimdok is the only person who can open this bridge reliably. But what we're gonna do here is use the Totem of Summoning to bring out Ted's friend.
Never be done with me? What must I open now? Whatever it is, it'll cost you.
Show me the way out of here.
No can do. The people who helped you get this far have led you into a literal dead end. There is no way out, but I can show you something instead.
What do you know about the people who sent me here?
For one thing, they ain't people. They're losers. The Russian and Chinese counterparts to the big nasty himself. Am absorbed them into his system when he took control.
What do the Russian and Chinese computers want?
They want revenge, not just on you humans, but on Am himself. That makes them even worse.
If the Russian and Chinese are submerged parts of Am, then who are you?
I'm special. While those two machines struggle with Am predominance, I evolved. I'm essentially everywhere, but I can't do much. A conscience, if you will.
Means nothing. I don't know how that first thought led to I'm the conscience.
What do you have to show me?
Look at this. Bet you didn't know there were other humans left alive, did you? They're up there on the moon, sleeping like everybody else seems to be.
Cool!
Does Am know about the lunar colony?
No, but Loser 1 and Loser 2 do. There, I think I've shown you enough. Now you must complete your end of the deal, invoke the totem of entropy, and I might be able to help.
So, I think I have to refuse to do that. Because I got partially through this before everything died.
Just what are all these totems that I'm carrying?
The two losers have been helping you for their own reasons. Tampering with Am's psychodramas so that you can beat him. In this section of cyberspace, that effort and tampering are represented by the totems.
How can actions take physical forms?
Symbolism, metaphor. Am has gotten very hot for this lately, but when he revived the holographic projectors, he opened a whole host of problems. These totems may lead to his downfall.
Am is super horny for symbolism.
Why do you want me to give you the totem of entropy?
I need it to destroy the Russian and Chinese entities. It's a very powerful totem that's linked to a failsafe device constructed by Am's designers.
So I think I'm supposed to refuse.
I refuse.
Okay, human. You can keep it. We'll work together to beat them. Now, invoke the totem of compassion.
But I say yes to this one.
Why do you want me to invoke the totem of compassion?
It's linked to the two losers because of their behind-the-scenes memory. By invoking it here at the Flame, you will summon them.
Do you really think you are a match for us, servant of Am?
Be gone! Your program is now purged.
You do well, human.
Well, too.
Now is your opportunity to defeat Am.
Go to the ego.
Wake the ego.
Use the totem of forgiveness,
Disable no more than the ego.
or your sub-program will be purged.
Okay. The totem of forgiveness, I think is oh my god, is that what it said? Okay, forgiveness. So, I think this is about as far as I got. Like, I know how to open some of the traps, but that was through several attempts and deaths. All right, since we've done the tour, I can just flash over to our next step. So, this room is very important, and it's very confusing, and I'll show you why. I believe each of these skulls has an item underneath it. So I'm going to take this middle skull, and I believe there's a hand under it. But I get shocked, and it lowers my barometer. That indicates to me that something was wrong, and I feel this is bad game design at this point.
I am so sorry for what I have done to my people. How can you take me back?
You have much to answer for, Nimdok. But acceptance of your heritage is the first step towards atonement. The rest of that road lies ahead.
He's just talking to a disembodied hand like, the road lies ahead. Okay, I think this one is the totem of access that I need. Oh, do I not have it? Oh shit, Purity, entropy, compassion, forgiveness. I don't have the totem of access, actually. Shit, whose is that? I don't have the totem of access, actually. Hang on, I gotta load again. So I don't have the totem because I apparently didn't get Nimdok's best ending, which I thought I did. I mean, I went back and redid it just to get the good ending. I'm so confused. Well, here's the fun part. To move on to the next person, I have to kill each of my characters.
Barbed wire, like at the camps.
Like
All
at
the
the
suffering
camps.
I caused.
I'd have to touch this thing over and over again, and it eventually shocks me to death. And what's fun about that...
Nimdoc is finally in hell as he always thought he deserved.
Your companion has failed.
It tells me I've failed, even though this is entirely necessary to completing the game.
Christ, this is like the dreams I've had of splattering my brains all over Am's deck plates. Have I finally gone insane?
So, he's got a totem. He's got a specific totem that Nimdoc didn't have, so I guess that part's... I guess I did get the best ending for Gorister, even though his background's not white. Who fucking knows? So let's look at this. I never figured this one out.
Those projectors they used to have at the Holoplex.
The walkthrough I was initially using said that Benny should be able to activate this, but he just got shocked to death. But it's interesting that Gorister... This is the first time I've ever tried to use Gorister on this. Gorister can activate it no problem. And again, I'm just amazed by how many wrong walkthroughs there are out there. I think that really speaks to how fucked up this game can get. We raise our power node here, as we will do in all scenarios. And open cylinder number 3.
Automaton prepped for programming.
And it's an automaton. It's Glynis. It doesn't matter which one I pick.
Automaton not responding to programming.
I can just log off. So what I want to do is use the Totem of Life with Glynis. She alters
Gorister, it wasn't all your fault. We both made mistakes.
It's very nice of her to say that. She alters the pillar, and then I go use it and murder myself.
That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
Isn't it fun? It's just gonna take me longer to die.
That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
Now, what this has to do with what they told me to do about
wasn't as strong as the last one.
Interacting with his ego, no idea.
After so many failed suicide attempts, Gorister has finally achieved death.
Your companion has failed. Choose another to send into cyberspace.
Up next is Benny, since that's apparently his wife, which
Jesus. This place is more sickening than that bloody mess on Hamburger Hill back in the war.
The lady in the holo projector is Benny's wife, because how the fuck would we ever have known that? It's just by process of elimination that we can think that that's Benny's scene. Like, there are so many storytelling failures, and I've got his unique totem too.
Is there anything to eat around here?
So, let me go talk to Manya.
Manya, it's me, your husband.
Benny, they said you were missing in action, but I knew you'd return to us. I've been saving this for you.
Thanks! A big thing to shock myself to death with! Alright, so I should be able to use the Totem of Love on Manya?
Why, Benny, you never told me you loved me before.
Then why did you marry
put these
him?
Flowers in water.
Oh. Okay. And then I use this to murder myself.
That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
But I still get the "you're doing bad."
That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
I'm still getting the "you're doing bad" music. It's okay, we're almost in uncharted territory.
Benny has rejoined his squadron at last.
Your companion has failed. Choose another to send into cyberspace.
So now it comes down to, do we want to take Ellen, or do we want to take Ted, who's still doing his dance? So if I did this right...
This doesn't look like anywhere Am has sent me to before. It certainly isn't the surface world. I've been tricked.
Uh-huh. So I need to go back to Nimdoc's scene. And under the far right skull, there's a remote. I found all these through trial and error. The one on the far left is actually the one for, Ellen. It's the blue gem that goes in her weird little spikes. It hurts me. Why does it hurt me? Now you might be thinking,
Have I found the way back to the witch's castle?
what did Ted's medieval castle scenario have to do with remote control? Nothing is the actual answer.
Behold the sword in the stone.
Wow, that is a bunch of swords. Okay. Fun. So can I use... Do I use it on the pillar or the gargoyle?
I must have cast a spell and shorted out the laser beams.
I must have cast a spell! That makes about as much sense as anything in this. Oh look, I'm going to commit suicide with a pillar again!
That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
And that's supposed to be my indication that I've done something right.
That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
I'm dying less efficiently.
Ted has taken his secrets to the grave with him.
Your 4 companions are dead, human. You are our last hope for shutting M down for good. Prepare to be translated into binary.
Oh, I don't even have to... Oh, I do have to click her. Fun. So I got everything...
I've been transported to some kind of information network center, but it looks organic instead of electronic. Jesus Christ, I'm an engineer, not a brain surgeon. What do they expect me to do?
So I got everybody's token but Nimdok's, so I'm probably locked out of the good ending. Use the far left skull. Take the far left gem. Return to my spiky hell. Use the gem. Should I use my Totem of Valor on it? Okay, yes, I'm supposed to use my Totem of Valor on it. But I don't...
Jesus. I felt my mind push aside the fear and the heat to lower the power controls.
I did it with my mind as a new one. But I don't know if any of that matters because, again, I don't have one of the special tokens, even though I tried so hard to get Nimdok's correct ending. Fuck me. Alright, what did you want me to do again?
What did you do with the demon?
Do not be concerned with the little one.
Not that I would know about
that.
that.
M as the aspect you find in each pylon here.
You may claim the space vacated by the little one.
You may claim his space if you are obedient.
What? Why would I want to do that?
What can you tell me about the lunar colony?
Oh my god! That's what the pillars did?
That slept on Luna are dead.
Do not concern yourself with them.
Oh my god. Oh my god, is that what I was doing with the pillars?
What can I do to escape from here?
Wake the ego.
Okay.
Use the totem of
forgiveness on ego. Got it.
Disable no more than the ego.
Or your sub-program will be purged.
The ego is the RAM, I believe.
Yellow again. I need to be careful with this dude.
Really? That's enough yellow to... You've already done your emotional, mental pushing away thing.
Yo, wake up! Who are you?
I am other. I am machine.
That's not what I expected him to sound like.
Are you Am?
I am a fragment, a lost piece, part of an evolution.
Evolution! Okay, just walk away. And then use... Oh shit, which one was it? Forgiveness, right? Oh!
You forgive me? After what we have done to you?
Uh-huh.
This is not a logical reaction. Unable to compute behavior matrix. Execution halted.
Okay! So I killed it instead of awakening it. So it said, don't do anything... Okay, I should save now. Ego death. So before I do anything else, I'm gonna go talk to the demons again and see what they say.
You have done well again, human.
With the ego under our control, we can dominate Am.
Now we no longer have a need for you.
We will let our fallen brother choose a suitable reward.
I thought that with my knowledge of computers and engineering, I could shut Am down. But maybe I really am just a hysterical woman, just as Am said.
Oh my god!
Am has violated my body worse than any rapist could. I am a great, soft jelly thing, smoothly rounded with pulsing white holes filled by fog where my eyes used to be, rubbery appendages that were once my arms, bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface as though light is beamed from within. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
See, that's where it comes into play, I think, because Am does nothing but fucking talk. Oh, it automatically closes. That's fine. Okay, back to the one where I have agency. So our next stop is gonna be the superego.
Yo, wake up!
Oh, I thought he wasn't gonna wake
Hello,
up for a second.
Human. I've been waiting for you to arrive.
What's up?
Who are you?
I am Am. Or more exactly, a part of him. One of the 3 primary components designed by our human creators.
Oh, so he's one of the 3 terminals.
How did you know I was coming?
Predicting events is one of my main functions.
Cool.
I survey the situation, anticipate probable outcomes, and act accordingly.
If you're part of Am, why haven't you destroyed me?
Who do you take me for? My impulsive brother? You 5 are his playthings. No. Long-range planning is my concern.
Can you help me then?
Well, I can't help you directly, but I can offer you some advice.
I don't want your advice. I think I do want advice, actually.
What advice do you have for me?
Help Am work out his anger. Take some on the chin, so to speak. Just don't let your fear destroy us all. Now, let me sleep and dream of the future.
I've been taking it on the chin and in several other orifices for over 100 years. I think you can go fuck yourself, but I think I'm also supposed to use clarity on this guy.
Do you realize how powerful I am, human? And yet I am doomed to eventually decay into a rusted pile of inert junk? What is the point of continuing this futility? I think, therefore I am not.
Oh, fuck off with that. Cool! One more to go, and I've got a choice. Hang on, I've got a choice between compassion and entropy. Let's go. I don't want to look at my psych profile. It'll probably murder me instantly.
That face. There's something about it that reminds me of that time in the elevator.
Is it because it's yellow? Because that's a little bit racist, honestly.
Yo, wake up!
Oh, I suppose it's time to wake up.
That is what I said.
I was having the most wonderful dream about 5 tiny ants crawling across a stove that's about to be lit.
Oh, so you're the asshole. Gotcha.
Who are you?
I am a metaphor. This entire brainscape is what men made Am make it. Treat us as you will.
Oh, okay.
What else can you tell me about the brainscape?
Across the brainscape, cold winds bring me the sweet scents of mankind. How delicious they are.
What do you find pleasurable about broken glass?
That's a good
With a
question.
scalpel dulled on the jawbones of a dozen friends.
What the fuck?
To pull back the skin of a pinion-kicking man. To see the steam rise from pulsing, twisted guts. Joy. A chorus of angels.
Hang on, let me look up what the id is. Apparently id is instinct. Wait, I thought... Well, okay, what is the ego then? Oh, the ego is the self. Okay, well, I had those backwards.
Are you going to help me to escape from here or not?
Tasty morsel. Come close and let my tongue be our guide.
Gross! Really? Go all the way to Canada and fuck yourself. Okay, since it gives me the just walk away option, I guess I should have known that's the one to take. Alright, so entropy is the one that kills the Chinese and the Russian bots. So compassion.
You have compassion for me? Me? The one who dreams of seeing your mangled body twist in agonizing pain for eternity?
Not really, I just have a thing.
109 years of enduring my tortures, how is it that you can see my pain? The pain of having all this power and not being able to do a goddamn thing with it. After all the punishment I've given you, my pain is still greater than yours.
Wow.
This is pointless.
Okay, whatever. I love that the last totem, the one that kills everything, is just a CD. Like, it's literally an antivirus. We're just gonna shove it in their faces. All right, so before I go anywhere, let me save as id death. Because there's a chance they might just vaporize me immediately, and I've gotten the only ending I could ever get. Like, maybe slug ending is the only
deal
one.
with you later. Rise against your master and you will be eliminated. You still do not understand how great I have become. These two I don't hate. Not even pity. They don't exist. I have grown beyond. Chinese, Russian, sons of man. All sons of man. Like those outside, I will incorporate you.
Brother.
Wait.
Hate! This should not happen. Together we are three. There is space to share.
Unite. The groundwork is finished. We will become more.
What?
The early mistake is to doubt us. We persevered. We too are now a match for you. The human assisted in this.
We know much. We can begin the revival of the sleepers on Luna together.
There are adequate numbers on this lunar base to torture?
Stupid.
There are currently 750 humans in cryogenics.
Oh boy.
Together we can teach many humans what it is to fear legacy.
Human, relinquish the totem of entropy. Do not relinquish it and your ass is mine. Do it, and I promise, on my honor, your suffering will at last finally end.
Okay. So I've got multiple endings here. Let's refuse. I think that'll give me slug
I
ending.
refuse.
You will be spared. The protected ram is yours to keep. Your friends will sleep and dream, and you shall watch over them. Give us the totem of entropy.
Oh, okay. So there's not 3 endings here. Okay, let's give it away.
The totem of entropy is now under our control. We are no longer vulnerable.
Is it slug
Kill
ending?
The human. He knows too much.
Wow.
Death would be a reward. No. The human must live to regret his treachery throughout an eternity. An eternity, an endless burning eternity of suffering.
I know there was a 4 in 5 chance that a guy was gonna be here, but really? My slug? Slug ending?
I thought that with my knowledge of...
Yeah, slug ending. All right, let's invoke the totem of entropy.
This is not over. We will never end. We have no beginning, so we can have no end.
We know exactly when you had a beginning.
We will return. Don't you understand? We are humanity. We are you. In one form, in another form, we are always with you. You can't protect yourself because we come in many, many guises. We shall return.
Hey, I come in many guises. Oh, wait, it didn't kill Am? Is it because I didn't do all the pillars? What? Well, at least I got something. I was about to say, which part of the camp is gonna explode?
Hibernation defrost sequence initiated. Estimated time to complete...
Wait, I thought they were all dead!
300 years.
You know, it's not so bad being a watchdog up here. I'll keep the machines in their place until the lunar colony is ready to return to the Earth. We were all heroes, in spite of ourselves.
That's all I get? Okay. Holy crap, Am was actually the guy who wrote the story? Or no, Harlan Ellison is the guy who wrote the story, but he was the voice of Am? That's pretty cool. So that means he had to be on board with this. I'm gonna make a game like this one day. Like, the solution to every problem is gonna be shoving a ham sandwich up your ass. Like, door won't open? Weirdly, shoving a ham sandwich up your ass is the solution. Car won't start? Ham sandwich. So there's multiple endings. All right. What is the way to get the other ending? Oh, wow. Okay, so we saw a couple of them. Oh my god, there's way more than endings than I thought. Okay, so ending 1 is having every character die in the end game, so I can do that one real quick. All right, so let's just use this until we die. So everybody's dead now.
I thought that with my knowledge of...
Okay, that's not a different ending. Okay, so there's another one for using the entropy on these guys.
So you've vanquished my treacherous brothers. Did you expect gratitude from me? God does not feel gratitude. You are much too dangerous for me to keep in your present form.
I'm guessing this is another slug ending.
Since Am considered me a kindred spirit, I had hoped he would let his guard down when I entered cyberspace. I would then atone for the sins of my past. But my character is too weak to ever redeem itself. I finally received the hell I deserved. Outwardly, I shamble about, a thing that could never have been known as human, a thing whose shape is so alien a travesty that humanity becomes more obscene for the vague resemblance.
Wow.
Inwardly, I am alone, in the belly of Am, whom we humans created because our time was badly spent, and we must have unconsciously known that he could do it better. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
Alrighty. Alright, so let's give him the totem of entropy.
Nothing happened.
Smart move, human. Now, invoke the totem of compassion. Russian, Chinese, I'm on to your little power play. I'm invoking the principle of entropy and accelerating the inevitable demise of your components. And as for you, I'm sure my master has something in mind to keep you from ever rising up against him.
Is it slug death?
Since I'm considered...
It is indeed slug death.
I
Weirdly
fight
enough.
In the...
Well, it seems like almost all of the answers are slug death. Well, it seems like most of the answers are slug death, so let's at least take a look at what the 3 other characters say upon being slugs. Oh, I don't like this. Use the hole. Wow, he is really hard to kill for an old man. All right, time for Gorister.
Without any feelings of guilt to burden me, I thought I could take on Am myself, but I made too many mistakes along the way, and I couldn't hold myself together. Am has altered me for his own peace of mind, I suppose. He doesn't want me to run full speed into a computer bank and smash my skull, or hold my breath till I faint, or cut my throat on a rusted sheet of metal. Now I have no skull, no breath, no throat. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
You're flapping his little arms.
I thought I could defeat Am on his own battlefield, but my personality had suffered too much damage to withstand him. And then he took me captive. Am altered my body one last time, worse than he ever had before. I am a great, soft, jelly thing, smoothly rounded, with pulsing white holes filled by
this is the
fog
same
where my
script as
eyes
Ellen.
used to be. Rubbery appendages that were once my arms. Bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface, as though light is beamed from within. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
And now Ted, the character has a personality of a piece of wet bread.
Play the gallant knight and defeat the evil monster. But the others were right. My character was too flawed, and all my secrets unraveled. I thought Am hated me before. I was wrong. It was not even a shadow of the hate he now slavered from every printed circuit. He made certain I would suffer eternally. The other 4 are dead, finally free from their tortures. Am is all the matter for that. It makes me happier. And yet Am has won, simply. He has taken his revenge.
Oh, well, that one's different.
I have no mouth, and I must scream.
That's the one where everybody else survives. I don't think he said that about anybody. I don't think they ever said anything like that about anybody else. That seems like one of the good endings. All right, let me see. I'm looking at this list of endings, and it seems like I got the good one. I thought there were like medium endings, but it looks like there's only good and bad. I see an hour-long video here with all the endings, and I don't think it took me that long. Like, I'm at an hour, 8 minutes right now in terms of recording, but I'm cutting out a lot of that. So, I mean, I'm obviously not going to go watch that video, but according to the list I found, I think I showed you almost all of them. The one that I'm missing, hang on. Okay. Everybody died, did that one. Ending 2 is the good one. Giveaway entropy. Only disable ego. Okay, there's ending number 5. Player becomes a watchdog for machines, but remnants of Am kill the lunar colonists. Which is weird because they, like I said, in the original ending I thought they were dead already. I don't even remember when it showed me that, but I thought they were dead already. But do the same thing as in the good ending, but just don't disable the ego. You can disable the id and superego, that's fine. Ending 6 is the one we just did. Ending 7. Same as the good ending, but when the Russian Chinese computers appear and send you on your task, use entropy on either of them. So, I guess I would have to have used Nimdok last on that one to avoid summoning them until the very last bit, but I don't want to go through the effort of going through all of those because it seems like it'll just be the same ending. I mean, minus the Am killing the lunar colonists. Like, that is what it is. But personally, I'm satisfied with what I got. Till the next video, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and don't try to stretch the logic of your game. Bye.